would help if I had the mic in front of me. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back into Hobby Corner on Maypole Farm. Thank you all for coming in. Oh, it's been a week. Good evening, everybody. And I need to mute my own audio in the YouTube video. At least I got that going, so cool. All right, so yeah, it's taken me a minute to remember where we last were on Maypole Farm. So yeah, I'm sitting there looking, at the map, and I see that we got a whole bunch planted around field 97, and I went and looked at it. I was like, our time is only 8:14 in the morning, and I was like, what in the world? Oh yeah, we started at like 6 in the morning. We had a very early march. So yeah, it's been one of those days. Actually, a weekend. Let's put it that way. Well, while we're here, we'll go ahead and feed Mr. Romeo. Here he comes. Let's give him some scratches behind the ear when he shows up. Come on, buddy. There you go. Yep. Go ahead and roll in the dirt like you always do. So yeah, this thing, we use this in our field for planting the grass. Should be empty. I mean, I got everything loaded on the ground back here. So, and where we last left off, we needed to roll all of the sections that we just planted. Let's go into just kind of the build mode here. We got this entire area there. We're leaving that until we redo this field and combine it in with the rest of the grass. So we are down to that's not ours. Neither is that one. Yeah, we are down to rolling. So, let me see what we got going on. I think I put my roller over here. Yep, there it is. It's a good little roller. Not gonna lie, it works pretty well. But right now, our farm is set up for speed and efficiency. I'll just go ahead and see if we can grab that. There we go. As much as I don't like this camera view, we'll use it for a hot second. We are going to buy a different roller. And yeah, we're not buying that one. We're not buying the big mega roller. Lizard, baby, lizard. Yeah, it'll cost us a few $1,000s to upgrade it. We got to make sure to put crop guides on so we can see where we're rolling at. And if we do a lease, it's $206. But this is one where, we're going to be using for the next 8 years. So we'll just go ahead and buy it. And yes, we are on year 3 now. So let's go go to the shop and we'll grab the Sami. And I'm using a new device. Hello, Mrs. Hobby Corner. What's up? Excuse me for 1 second, folks. Good evening, Mr. Ferguson. Yeah, good to have you here tonight. So yeah, we're getting ready to go to the shop to pick up our new roller. And I gotta remind myself every time I'm on this map, I gotta opposite drive. We're not in Kansas anymore. Sorry, had to clear the throat there. Okay, so we got ourselves a little box roller here. Where'd it go? This roller likes to disappear on us. Let's just say that. Day's been pretty good. The week has been one of those hectic weeks. Didn't get home last night until about 9 p.m. my time. Which means that my streaming schedule was cut short, which is alright. Okay, let's go ahead and unfold that. Boom. Yeah, we had a very large rainstorm that came rolling through here earlier this afternoon. Some hail. Okay, good. So one thing I was worried about with this thing was, or any roller for that matter, is if it will hurt the crop around it, you know. I'm glad it doesn't destroy the I think that's wheat that's in the field right there to the left. And we did plant a little bit to grass there. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the country has been getting a lot more rain than usual. It seems like for us, our area, we tend to get some big weather systems that happen right around July, August time frame. I finally got the map button reconfigured on my side panel. And then I got a new toy that I'm playing with. It's called a Sim Dashboard. So you can configure what the screen layout looks like and make a profile for different vehicles and all sorts of fun stuff. I'm just using a dashboard created by, I think it's the Farm Sim guy. So I can control all of my implements and the raising and lowering of all the stuff. Turning it on and off. All that stuff that I would normally do on a controller. I think regardless, no matter what I do, I'm going to end up just leaving a little spot there. Use yours for ATS, Assetto Corsa, and yep, it's got a lot of different functionality to it, and I will be getting it set up for ATS as well. I do have that. It's just I haven't got to the point where I'm streaming it yet. I have done a couple of streams, but just haven't done it on a regular basis. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in the shop here. Okay, so the rolling's done. And then we hit that button, turn the engine off. It's a whole lot better than hitting 2 or 3 button combos to do stuff. Okay. So we got 31,000 in the bank. We've got our grass is 3/4 of the way there. We've got too much lime down. What else do we need to do? Okay. Since we just bought those 4 fields, technically, we gotta get a harvest down before we can really get the numbers going properly. Need to get some more lime in this field and this one here. We'll do that in the springtime harvest after we're all done there. The nitrogen, we just purchased this one, but yeah, we need to get some nitrogen down in that field. So let's go ahead and We'll return the cedar. Let's go to our vehicles, leasing costs. Let's go ahead and return that. All right, let's rent ourselves. We can just do this guy here. We can do the pulse width modulation. Do we need? Oh wait, let's go back. Do we need to do anything with weeds? Okay, so yep, we do need to do some weeding, so we need to get the, yeah, we need to weed. Don't need to weed any of those, we plowed those up. Yep, I bought the pro version as well, because the this basic one, you can only do 3 of the little widgets. And the background they consider a widget, so then that leaves you with 2. And, you know, for 13 bucks or whatever it was, you know, it's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, looks like I do need to do some weeding in my 3 fields. So we got to make sure that we get the sprayer here with the, God, it's just, I know we're leasing this, but it's, I just hate the cost increase for it. Okay. And I do need to take a look at what we got. We got a container of fertilizer here. That's not going to be enough. And I can't remember. Do we got to wait? No, we don't. But if I throw like the mower on the front, or the, yeah, we'll put the front loader on it. That'll give us some extra weight on the front. And I think that sprayer will work for this tractor. Okay, there's no horsepower requirement, so that's good. Got Mr. Romeo looking for bunnies in the wheat field over there. That grass is looking mighty good to our right and to our left. Oops. Okay, and what is that? That's fertilizer right there, so let's go ahead and we will grab a fertilizer. We'll grab them both, because I believe this will... let's see if this has the option for it. It does not. No, we only got 1,200 on here. I think that'll be fine for now. It does feel like we are a little bit on the tail heavy side. Got some bounces going on. I could make it easy and turn traffic off, but that would defeat the purpose of struggling on this map. Okay, let's turn. Well, we're gonna do this because this tractor doesn't have the Azaria Pro. Oh, crud! Oopsies. I guess I need a tractor with narrow wheels on it too. Well, I suppose we'll go to the shop with this one and get it changed. Nope. Nope, not editing that out. Welcome in, Dead Calm. Good to have you here. Oh, well, it's not like it's, you know, an entire crop gone. Just a little bit, maybe you know, 5 or 10 liters. Not that big of a loss, but it still sucks. Alright, let's go ahead and customize this. Okay, we do have the Azaria Pro Compact put on there. Yep, it really is. You know, I do like to show that off every now and then. So, we need narrow tires. It's going to cost us $1,000, but we now have this option, so it'll be free to switch back and forth. Okay. And why it disconnects this, or any of the attachments, I have no idea. Yeah, unlike in a video recording, my Alma, Missouri map, I did that exact thing for a silage harvest. But that one was a little bit different. I was doing just started the harvesting, and all of a sudden the equipment just wasn't collecting. And I must have drove like 100 feet in there and collected like 30 or 50 liters of silage, you know. And luckily for me, I saved just before doing that, and I was able to get it all squared away to where I could get it to work again. Okay, we're disconnected, or we're connected, we're unfolded, and then turn the crop sensor on. And this is one reason why I like having the crop sensors on every tractor. And if we do this, steering assist, there we go. And this is one of the reasons why I hate tram lines. You have to buy very specific equipment in order for it to work properly. So it's a huge guessing game when it comes down to doing it. And let's go ahead and turn that on. Yeah, so we needed like a 28 meter spray width, but it's a guess because it doesn't tell you what the tram line setting is set at. So it'll be nice when the this entire field is all grass and not different things. And since we don't have any herbicide, I'm gonna make sure to buy some here. And boop. Okay, let's go to our consumables. And I want herbicide. And as far as I know, it doesn't matter which one we get. And we'll just buy one. Okay, I guess it's putting a little bit more down on that grass because it needed it, I guess. So do I need to fertilize everything? Oh, come on, quit with the save, dang it. Yeah, I mean, not really, but... Grizzly Bear, Thing 5, welcome in. And it's a rental. We are doing good over here. Just kind of got some busy time going on currently. So our schedule's kind of wonky at the moment. So yeah, should I fertilize that section again? I don't think I need to right now. I think I'll wait. I think I'm gonna wait on refertilizing because we did use fertilizer when we seeded it, so I don't think we can do a technical double fertilization process for it. No, I'm good for now, sweetheart. Let's go ahead and turn that off, raise it up, or refold it. And then we'll get this unloaded at the farm, and we'll go to the store and grab our new box of herbicide. And then we got to go through and actually get all this stuff. Ooh, do I got herbicide there? No, that was fertilizer. That's right. Okay. Yeah, we'll drive by that. That one's blue. Let's make sure to crash into our house that we just built. Because, you know, that's always good. It's always good to wreck something that you just bought or built. Yep, I saw the DM. I'll try to get to it here when I have a second, but I understand things are, you know, things get chaotic, you know, especially when you're trying to set things up, you know, for the first time. But yeah, I will read the message here in a little bit. May not be tonight, but or may not be during the stream. Let's just put it that way. But I'll definitely try to get to it. Okay. Got the herbicide. And if we use 500 liters, I would be very surprised. That's the one thing I love about precision farming. It definitely has its quirks, but herbicide, where if you used to spray a field down for weeds, you would go through 1,000 liters on a couple of acres or whatever. Now it's only a couple of 100 liters per 5 acres or whatever. So the consumption rate has gone down tremendously over it. And we got our Mr. Eugene. Welcome in. And we'll unfold that. Make sure we hit the correct button. Lock that down. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn it on. Yep, we do see the little puffs. I'm glad you're doing well, Eugene. I'm so thankful that that everything's going well for you. We're doing well over on this side. So yeah, just kind of to show you guys what I'm playing with here. I have a tablet set up with the sim dashboard. So this controls the tractor and implements, you know, for the hydraulic functions, turn the lights on and off and stuff. So it's something new that I'm playing with. So far, it's a learning curve, let's put it that way. For those that have not played with Sim Dashboard before. And when I had to get it repositioned because the tablet got all kittywampus on me. Yes, that is an actual technical term. Kittywampus. Or another term to use is off kilter. Oh, I can hit the cruise control for there. Cruise control off. Cruise control on. I love it when you figure out new things. And of course, I would send the boom arm into the hedge. Now, if there was only one for GPS. I'm not seeing anything on there, which is alright. Yeah, and this is where, you know, we get a 7 mile per hour, 7 mile per hour. Where's the speed on this one? 15 mile per hour. This is where the big boys would be nice to have out. Go a little bit faster. Going to go to the weeds. Everything's looking good. And we got this field here. And of course the last one that we just fertilized. Turn it off. Fold up. And we'll turn some lights on. Patrick Mills, welcome. Oh, we're just a hop and joint. Then everybody got quiet when you showed up. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Do 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 do. I suppose.
So, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the storage unit tomorrow.
Okay.
Because everything's going to like
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's fine. Well, tomorrow will be the first of the month anyway, so I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. I'll get it. I know. Run, dear, run. Well, that should be everything in this field here. Let's go ahead and check the big map. Yeah, looking good. Now we can just go across over to field 97. So let's turn that off. Raise it up. Or I should say fold it up. YOLO! Good, we didn't hit anything. Okay, let's go ahead and unfold it. Well, come on, GPS line. I think we're almost done with doing work for this month. We do need to check on the animals. Speaking of checking on the animals, let's just check on them here. Okay, so the meadow grass are doing good on. Productivity is great. Now, okay, we need to give these guys some TMR. They do have some milk, so we'll have to see if we can get that. I can't remember if we bought the dairy. I'll look at the production here when I turn around. What do we got for productions? Okay, we don't have the dairy yet. Dairy is going to cost us quite a bit of money. It was like 289,000 or something like that. But we do need to see how much. Okay, we don't have any TMR in the silo. Yeah, we're like out of everything. Yeah, we did these 3 fields, and let's just take a look at something here. So this one was 3.33 acres, 3.42, so we're looking at 6.7. So we're looking at 11 acres, and we used 56 liters of herbicide. That's why I love precision farming. It's okay, it's a rental. And let's go ahead and disconnect. And we'll go ahead and return that because we don't need to have that because we got everything taken care of. And I think our chickens were good on food. Yeah, 16,000 liters there. Although I think I need to go through and sell some. Yeah. You could in theory even do that without precision farming. I would do this procedure on maps at, Riverbend Springs, for example. I would go through and do the planting with the something that has a fertilizer application on it. Once that's done, I would go through and lime it. And then when the lime's down, I would go back through and refertilize. So you could do all 3 of those steps in 1 month. Even though they say you can't do that or it's not supposed to work that way, as long as you put something on top of it that'll override the first layer application of whatever it is, if you fertilize over top of lime, the lime will definitely go away. That's always been a given. So you can do those 2 back to back. But if you do a fertilizing step first with your seeding, then you put lime on top, that'll cover over the seed, and then you fertilize, that'll cover over the lime. Yeah, you could. I found that you could cheat the system that way. Okay, let's see what we got for some roosters. We got Elvis and Duke of Chicks. They need to stay. I think I went through and got rid of everything because these are all 6 month. It looks like. Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to get to the point where we got just the 2 roosters, Elvis and Duke, and then everything else is all hens. So we sell off all the roosters, And it, you know, it may be a point where, you know, we're always going to have more than a handful at any given time of roosters, but that is kind of the intent I'm trying to go for. With 825 chicks, I think I'm going to need to actually get them some seeds, some food. What do I got for food over here? Okay, let's get them some wheat. And I also need to get started where I love giving them wheat because, you know, that's one of the easy crops that we can do. But I prefer to give them sorghum, especially when we get to the point where we have the bakery going. Yeah, I know we can make flour out of sorghum, but I would prefer not to. I've always been one where I'll feed them one item and like to keep that the same across all of my maps. So I'm seeing if that button will work. That button works for that. Okay, that button works. So I guess we're still going to use the controller. So yeah, if we're going to get to the point where we got the bakery, we've got the grain mill, I want to keep the wheat for the flour, making flour, and then sorghum for making for my chicken food. Okay, let's make sure we dump that. And we can just leave this guy parked right here. So, did they get full? Did we mess up on something? There we go. Okay, that took everything we had. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. We do have a nice pit here if we wanted to do silage, chaff silage. Yeah, these other three I really don't want to get into. I hope these guys, 68 with 55,000 liters of food. Yeah, they'll be fine. I forget, I always take a look, you know, oh, my capacity is really low, but I forget this thing holds like, you know, 500,000 liters. I love silage pits. It's rough when for compacting it. It just takes a long time to get them compacted. I mean, we don't have any water buffalo in here. I think we're lucky enough to get that guy or girl. But yeah, that 9 meters at a time for the harvesting for the corn chaff. That's, you know, fairly decent. Wish it was wider. I mean, you can definitely go Colossus and go super wide. What's on the sell page? Nothing we need. Okay. Oh yeah, we got to go and yes, and for my instance, no. I know an individual that has one that all they have to do is drive the tractor on top of the pit and boom, it's done. However, I don't have that mod. I'm using base game rollers or compactors. So on Alma, Missouri, for example, or Waseca County, either one of those two, I run on my tractor a dual compacting system where I have the roller on the front and the back. And that seems to work a lot better than using just one roller and a heavy tractor. So that's how I do it, and it works good. I can compact 2 million liters in less than an hour. Physically behind the wheel, driving back and forth in the pit. I can have it done in about an hour, 2 million liters. But yeah, other than that, if you do just one roller, you're going to be increasing the time. Okay, what was I doing? Excuse me. Oh yeah, job. We got work to do. We got to come up here to our tailor shop. And it still drives me nuts that the message on the top left, by production, switch, hand tool, map, camera, flashlight, strength. There it is. Okay, it's finally there. So that's where the education is at. It's not at the home. So shift U. Well, that's not working. We haven't worked anything this month. So let's go ahead and work our 10 hours. That'll take us till 9 p.m. go back. Now, let's hit the controller here. Shift U. It doesn't work. What's up, babe? Be right back, everybody. All right, love you too. So yeah, it says education here. Shift U. I'm on my keyboard. Shift U. Shift U. That was the left shift. Now if we go to the right shift, Shift U. Nothing. If I go U, nothing. If I do caps lock, U, nothing. I have no idea why it's not working. At least we got the work done for the month. Maybe we do need to do it at home. We'll find out. Let's come home. Okay, let's hit spacebar. Okay. So there we go. Let's go ahead and study. Study for 3 hours. And that's our progress bar. And I forget I need to take that sleep anywhere mod and deactivate it. Sure, let's study 15 hours today. Ooh, a telehandler. So we get the Agra Plus, which is 4-speed with 125 horsepower. The Agra Super, which is 145 horsepower and 6-speed. Or the Agra Pro, 145 horsepower and a CVT. Yeah, we're not buying it. Now let's go ahead and slow time down. 15 chickens were born, 2 cows removed due to random accidents. I ain't worried about the chickens, I want to check on the cows. Okay, we got 41,000 liters of food. On special offer, Massey Ferguson 2370 Ultra HD plus Windrower. Ooh. I mean, we don't have the money, but it'd be nice to buy this. But we do direct drilling for everything, so cultivators are pretty much out of the picture. No, and it requires 615 horsepower. Yeah, we don't have that. This guy would be cool. Okay, so it's 8 in the morning, in the let's go ahead and get some more studying done. Well, we're halfway done. I think it'd be nice if they told you how many hours you needed of study time. Ooh, Krone Big X. John Deere T-Series. So if we go with the 670, it's only 11,000 liter capacity. We gain 305 up to 455, so we gain 150 horsepower. Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad combine. But yeah, we don't have that right there. All right. Time to do some mowing. "97 chicks were sold at birth due to overcrowding." Well, let's check on the chickens, I guess. Yeah, we're up to maximum, it looks like. That's a lot of roosters. And there's Elvis and Duke of Chicks. Okay, what do we got for eggs over here? Okay, let's go to the rest of the animals. Okay, these guys are doing good. They've got all that meadow grass, and they've still got 8,600 liters of food in their troughs from year one. So, replanting. What are you doing? Oh, I thought that's a rock. I thought that was a goat laying down. So, replanting the field to actual meadow grass seems to be helping. Okay, there's that one's 1,000, that one's 700. And there are 33,000 liters of food. So let's see what we can buy here. Okay, we're gonna buy that one. Ooh, we're gonna buy Midnight. We're gonna buy Venus. And we're gonna buy that one. Yep, I don't care, it's costing us money. Welcome back, Michael. We're getting ready to do some harvesting of grass. Oh, I wanted to check on the goats, see if we can buy some more goats. All for goats. Very cool. That's right, we go to info. So, I'm still wondering if we can get their ratings up. Or if they're going to stay where we bought them at. I guess we'll just hold off for a little while. Okay. So now let's get our mower. We got to drop off the soil sampler. Front hitch disconnect. There we go. So it's a bummer that I have to go through and still select all of the different implements in order to turn them on and off. Even though it shows I've got two different setups for that. Anyway, ooh, does this one turn them all on or off? Nope, apparently not. Oh well. Okay, I got plenty of silage additive. And this is why I had the cruise control set at there we go. Yep, mine too. Although I'm still kind of partial to the Krone Big M. But if you want to get something done, this will do it. So at least all my grass will be on the same harvesting time frame. Yep. Get into all the hard to reach places. Oh yeah, that's right. This is new stuff. There's no use harvesting that. They're just sitting there just bopping along. Woo to do to do to do. And yeah, I was collecting nothing. Just like the this forage wagon. You know, it's set up on the 50-meter width as well, so whatever I miss and on my turns and stuff, I can still collect it. Don't have to worry about running into trees. Do, 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 do. It's kind of like the Omatana fermenting silo behind us. That's a great silo, except for the fact that the time it takes to do any fermenting, we get what, 250,000 liters a month. Same goes for drying the grass, which is fine, you know. We get through, don't worry about that. It's just, you know, sometimes it'd be nice to be a little bit faster. And having what is it, the BGA DF or something like that, FD, or, you know, one of the other mods that does the extreme fermenting. I think that one would be a little excessive on this farm, where it's got a 10 million liter capacity and it can ferment 10 million liters in one month. Yeah. I think that one's a little excessive. Don't get me wrong, I use it on other maps, but that's all offline stuff and not related to any sort of streaming. Just like there's mods out there, real speed limit, where we could harvest this at, you know, max speed if we wanted to. What mod was I talking about? Oh, it's the little green box. It's like BGA DF or something like that. There's 3 different versions of it. There's a normal speed, which is, it's got a capacity of like maybe, you know, 250,000 liters or something like that. Small capacity, small speed. And then there's a fast version, which is, you know, holds 1 million liters and it ferments faster. And then there's the extreme capacity, which holds 10 million liters and ferments, you know, that much faster. It's a little dark green box with an auger sticking out of it. Yeah, it's great, don't get me wrong. But for this type of playthrough, I don't think it'd be it proper, you know. Kind of like how, like I said, if we wanted to, we could sit there and go mock whatever on this field, but I prefer to go a little bit slower. That way the bounciness of the field doesn't mess us up as bad. Like right there. I should probably go through and flatten out this field. I think that would help out immensely. Now let's not run into our harvest this year. Yep, I'm gonna have to come in here, flatten this field out. I should have really took care of the field stones in here. All right, now we'll go get the cow pasture. At least you can tell if the what the goats are eating for meadow grass. Got to enter all the way first before I can turn. There we go. Excuse me, Mr. Cows, or Mrs. Cows, there we go. Okay, now I can raise up the front hitch. One field left to do. Steve the Farmer, welcome in and thank you for the subscription. We're just currently doing some mowing here on Maypole Farm. We're using all of this grass to feed our cattle production that we got going on. And to make a little extra money here and there. So we got 1.296 million liters of grass. That's not too shabby. So then what we're going to do when this one is harvested or fermented into silage and hay, and then TMR. Because we got the grass silage still running. We got the hay drying still running. TMR is running as fast as it'll go. So we're going to take this entire batch of TMR and we're just going to go ahead and feed it to our cattle. That way, you know, 500,000 liters in that cow barn. You know, max of 500,000 liters, that's a lot. That should last us like a year. BGA FD Extreme, yeah. So we're just going to let that run. That didn't take too long of harvesting. Yep, we can see right here, food. We have 33,000 liters of 500,000. Yeah, when this thing gets rocking and rolling with 700 head of cattle in here, we're going to have a lot of milk. 700 head of cattle. Hopefully, and we're going to buy slow. You know, a couple cows a month. But yeah, hopefully we don't use 500,000 liters in a month, because that would be crazy. Hey, these guys, they're doing good. This can hold 1 million liters of food, and they're just eating on the meadow grass, you know. Did I not get that one spot mode? Yeah, apparently not. I mean, they can eat on that. So yeah, it's interesting seeing that there's still 51,000 liters of meadow grass in there. But anyway, we're gonna let that production go, and I think they're good for now. I mean, we don't have any more food for them. Hopefully, the 3 fields that we got, and that should all be wheat. Yeah, those 3 fields are wheat. And we're not going to mess with green beans. We're not going to mess with cotton. And then, yeah, we're not going to mess with peas. Yeah, and that other one, is it? Yeah, no, that's barley. Oh, yeah, a field of barley right there. Next 2 fields we buy are going to be 89 and 90. We'll buy those over the winter time, because this is what did I say that one was? Green beans. Yeah, green beans get harvested in August. We should have enough money then to buy that field. The cotton field, that gets harvested in October, which is past pretty much all the planting stuff. So we should be able to buy that one in the winter time. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do some studying. See if we can get our high school diploma. Yeah, we'll just do 13 hours today. Nice thing about the job, we can do that next month. Ooh, a cotton harvester. Nope, we don't need that. We don't even need the manure spreader. So we could set that up as a manure spreader. But we're not going to do that. This is the only map that I've ever played with it. So it almost seems like there has been some minor tweaking updates. Because last week I was not able to use the education portion of it. I wasn't getting that notification. So I think there were some back-end tweaks on either the mod itself or on the map that just kind of got pushed out, you know. I don't know. There might have been a mod conflict with it. It's hard to say. One cow removed due to issues during pregnancy. Well, that's a bummer. This thing get emptied out, or is it still... Oh, still got a whole bunch of stuff in it. We'll find out here. Yes, it did get emptied. Okay, cool. Cool. Beans. Alright, let's go... let's go up to our job. Let's actually do our job. And shift Y. Let's go ahead and work our 10 hours today. And then... let's study well into the night. Get a few hours of sleep. 10 chicks were sold at birth due to overcrowding. Okay, what do we got for eggs over here? We don't even have a full pallet of eggs. So how many hours? Because we could still do a full 24 hours. Let's do 8 hours of study. Let's see if that's enough. Okay, let's take the exam. I failed. Farmer Cop failed his first exam too. Just saying. So the heck with that. What time was it? 7 p.m. Let's come down here. Oh, one of the things. Let's visit the potato place. I forget where the trigger is. There it is. Nope, still doesn't work for here. I know this place down here, if we do shift Y, it'll bring up the job so we can work part-time. $161 chicks were sold at birth. I already got that. We don't need this. This thing still drives me nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows. I have never seen anything growing up on a farm that was an oddball number of rows. It was always based off of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, and then it would jump up to 24 and go to 32 when, you know, as the crop rows got narrower and things like that. There was never an oddball number that I've ever seen. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, we don't need the header. We really don't. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any money anyway. Let's go get some food for the animals. And while that's loading up, let's just go ahead and check on the chickens. So I'm wondering, do we need to get rid of the roosters in order to have just egg layers? And okay, that's all the roosters. Sell the selected 99 animals. There was one that we missed. Okay. Okay, so did I really sell Elvis? I must have sold Elvis. Oh well. I got a lot of roosters here we need to get rid of. Filter. Holy buckets. Select all. Deselect that one. Sell selected. That's 339 animals. Okay. What's up, Nacho? Welcome in. Well, at least now we know where we can do a filter selection for doing stuff. So then we can, you know, filter it if we want just the 7-month-olds. And sell just, you know, select just the males, which we got none of, because we've already sold them all. So yeah, that's cool to do. And my game locked up. Alright, you're crashing out and I'm crashing out as well because my game crashed. Thank you for coming in there, Nacho. I appreciate it very much. So we're going to give it a minute just to see if I can get it to reconnect. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm locked up hard. I'm doing everything on controller, mouse. And I think a lot of it was because I sold 300 and plus chickens all in one shot. Yep, still see the chickens. I've got no control whatsoever. I'm trying to switch to a different vehicle. It won't do anything. Trying to turn the map on. It won't do anything. So yeah, this is a first. I mean, I've had the game crash on me before due to mods and stuff like that, but with it being about, you know, 15 minutes away from my normal ending time, I think we're just gonna go ahead and call this episode tonight, everybody. I mean, I'll hang around here for another minute, but yeah. Let me see if I can do something over here. I just want to take a look at the analytics as I give that a minute, you know, just to see what everything's going on. Because I can't trust Streamlabs for saying, oh, I've got 4 viewers, but yet the analytics say I have 7 currently. So thank you all for coming in tonight, even though we do have some technical difficulties going on right now. While you're sitting here waiting in the lull, please make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you feel like it, you know, especially if you like the content. You know, even the technical issues that we get. So yeah. So yeah. Thank you all for coming in. We're just gonna go ahead and call it right here, everybody. Until tomorrow night, we'll catch you all later. Bye, everybody.